Good afternoon, YouTube. I picked up this string trimmer off of eBay a number of years ago. Craftsman C3 battery, and this was just a bare tool, and I had batteries, chargers, all that stuff, so I was just looking at getting a cordless string trimmer. It works pretty good. Haven't had to change out the string yet. One of these days it'll probably run out, but there is one problem I experienced with it, and that's this handle. So you've got the trigger down here, and then you've got this handle that slides on the upper part so that you can adjust the length of the rod here. And then this auxiliary handle here has a screw clamp, and you can slide it down and you can tighten it down like that, but that's the problem I've been having. This thing, no matter how tight you clamp that down, it just twists here. So I was looking at the bottom here, and there's a groove that runs in here. So in this outer tube is larger, and this smaller tube goes inside, and I think there's a key in here. So this part here doesn't twist. It's just got a very slight rocking to it like that. But let's take a look at this clamp, and I think there's something missing here. Just unscrew that, and then this comes out. It's got like serrations on it there that hold it at a given angle, and then you can pop that off. And if we look inside of here, two pieces of rubber here, you can see there's sort of a slot there, like a key is supposed to have been in there. And my guess was at some time there probably was a little plastic key that fit in there and then rode in this groove here and kept this thing from spinning. So maybe the previous owner had lost that. So I was digging around looking for something to make a replacement, and I happen to have this piece of 1/8 inch 3mm thick nylon, 2 inches wide, 50 millimeters. I did some measuring here, and if you add up that depth plus this depth, it's about 1/8 of an inch or 3 millimeters. And then the width here is probably a little over a 1/4 inch, 6, 7, 8 millimeters wide. So what I did is I was playing around with this nylon, and I found if I cut it in my metal shear, it leaves kind of a angled edge on it. So what I did was cut a piece of that off about roughly 7 millimeters wide, and then I just staggered the cuts. So you can see I've got kind of a angle on both sides. Here's the dimensions that I came up with. So it's a little over 7 millimeters, and then it's 3 millimeters thick, and the top part is maybe around 4. So 4 is the width of this groove right here, and then 7 is the width of that groove. And then I just used a deburring tool to kind of shave this down a little bit, just to get it thin enough to fit over here. Okay, so I got some fabric adhesive, but it does pretty good on plastic. That's what I used to glue down the little strip of rubber. I think this side had pulled free. A little bead of glue down there. And then I've got to get the wide side down. So I've got that in there, and then I'm just going to kind of squeeze it into place. Kind of pop it into that groove. Try a pair of small channel locks here. I just need to get them. There we go. I felt it kind of pop into place. And then you've got to get it on here without knocking it loose. There we go. It doesn't move now, but yet it still slides. There's a definite detent right there. I guess you want that side facing up since you're looking at it. And you can put this on either way. I think I like having the the tightening knob on the right hand side. I usually hold this with the left hand. Yeah, now that works pretty good. So you can slide that down, set your angle, and there we go. Look at that. So yeah, that's a quick little fix. You know, if you don't have a piece of plastic like this, you could probably use a piece of wood. And what I was thinking of doing before I found this piece of plastic in my stockpile was I was going to use some wood and get it longer than you actually need, and then use a knife or a chisel or file or sandpaper and whittle down the end of it, keep enough of the stick that you can hold on to, whittle this down until it's the right size, and then at the very end cut off what you need. I just lucked out that this piece of plastic happened to be the right size. Let's just check it out, see what it feels like here. Put the handle roughly in the middle. You have to hold that down and then pull the trigger. But yeah, I really like this trimmer. I just like the balance on it. When that handle was spinning around, it was really hard to use. Every time you'd pull it this way, you know, if you were trying to cut that direction, the handle would slide over there, and then it just kept sliding back and forth. It was really hard to use, but now that's good and solid. Look at that. Just that little piece slides right in that groove, and that's all you need. So I'm guessing that that part must have came from the factory, and then the previous owner had lost it, and that might have been the reason he was selling this on eBay. Because I think I got this for like maybe $30, something like that. Pretty nice trimmer. I have a bunch of battery packs. I've got chargers. All I need is the tools. So there you go. Quick fix. And yeah, if you have one of these and you find that handle is kind of floppy, put a little key in there and fix it right up. This one you just slap a battery in, and this will do the whole yard. I usually swap this. I'll put it in the trimmer, trim up all the edges of the sidewalk, then I pull this out, put it in the Craftsman leaf blower, and then blow the grass off the sidewalk, and all of that on one charge. Anyway, if you found that helpful, give the video a thumbs up, and I'll put some of my other Craftsman power tool videos over here on the left side. If you have any questions, post up in the comment section below, and as always, thanks for watching.